Welcome to How to Write an Answer for an Exam Question. I'm Uncle Mike. I get this a lot, especially from first-year college students. When I want to write an answer out, do you want it in point form? Do you want it in a paragraph? What do I need to say? So I thought I'd take a moment just to help you out. Let's take a look at a question. Explain and give examples of the workplace deviances that violate organizational norms about right and wrong. Believe it or not, if you're taking management principles, this question would make sense. I'd like to draw your attention to the first thing of importance. It's worth 5 points. That means the professor has found 5 things that they think you should be able to relate to them in order to get the 5 points. Quite often there's more than that. And in this case, in fact, there's fewer. There's actually 4 separate answers that come out of the textbook. The 5th point will be for the depth of the answers, giving good answers. Or perhaps they've decided that there's 1 point for you being able to give the list of 4 things, and then you get the additional point for each one you can explain properly. Let's take a look at this way. Let's answer it in a paragraph. So, the student has written there are 4 basic workplace deviances. Production deviance is behavior that negatively affects the quality of work produced. So you see, the first thing the student did was explain what they mean by production deviance, so the professor knows they're talking about the right thing. Then they give examples. This could be as simple as leaving work early or taking longer breaks than allowed. Notice in this paragraph they have underlined each of the 4 separate deviances to make it much easier for the professor to see and for them to mark. It also helps you organize your own thoughts when you're answering. What if you wanted to answer that question in a bullet form? Some professors may not like that. I quite often prefer bullet forms. So in this case, the same answer as the first one. Production deviance, and then the definition. Actions that affect the quality of work. And then there's 2 examples underneath it. Leaving work early, taking longer breaks than allowed. As you can see here with the 4 bullet points, everything is nicely laid out, very easy for you to organize in your mind when you're answering, and very easy for the professor to see when they're marking it. Quite often they're looking for keywords, and those keywords will draw them to those bullets. Keep in mind when you're answering an exam question, be clear. Say what you want to say. Be concise. Don't waste words. You take a look at the examples I've shown you here. There are no wasted words. And number 3, pretend the reader, in this case the prof, doesn't already know the answer. That will ensure that you give a clear answer. Well, I hope that helps you when you come to answering exam questions. I'm Uncle Mike.